All right, where do I start from? Welcome to another video and thanks for clicking on this one. It's been a minute, I must say, and it's been intentional, and that's because when you look back at the few weeks prior to, I believe, 2 weeks ago, I had a lot of things lined up when it comes to doing a lot of prep work and just a lot of stuff that I do in my personal day-to-day life as well. And for the past 2 weeks, my schedule has just been crazy. All week last week, all week 2 weeks ago, and I'm doing an all week again this week. Now, the good thing is I'll be off for about 2 weeks plus towards from next week anyway. So I would have more time, but I also have some travel plans lined up for that period. But here's what you want to hear. And I think for those of you who have subscribed to this channel, who have been looking for opportunities, I hope that you are finding opportunities in different ways. Now, I try to bring this information to you when I have them, but there are times that, hey, life gets in the way. And like I said, my schedule has just been really packed. As you can see, I'm in a hotel right now, I'm working. But I said, you know what, I must come on to share some things with you. And this video, I wouldn't really edit it because I want it to just come out the way I actually feel inside. And that is the feeling of appreciation. A lot of you have subscribed to this channel looking for opportunities, and I've worked with some of you that have subscribed since 2023, maybe the first Speedbird, and maybe didn't go as planned, and then you still came back because you believed in what you were getting from here. So I just want to appreciate all of you who have subscribed, who have learned from these videos that I've put out over time. Speedbird concluded, I believe, last week, if I remember correctly. I'm glad to say that majority of those that are in close contact, within the sessions that we did and all this other stuff that we did on the side, it really paid off. I must say, it really paid off for a lot of you guys, and I'm so glad for you all because this is a life-changing opportunity that I know that a lot of people are looking to get into. I mean, when they started this program, at the initial application, they generally have close to 20,000 plus applicants. And guess what? They cut back down to almost 200. And for you to be part of that 200, 150 plus people that got selected, I want to say, you know what? Congratulations to you. And I don't want to minimize the amount of work that you guys have done. For those of you who got selected, and by the way, for some of you that might not have gotten selected, I want you to know that it's not because you are not able to pull through. It's not because you're not good enough. Sometimes a little bit here and there is what makes a difference. Sometimes it's just one mark that makes the difference. I've been in this thing for the past 3 years now, doing this program, talking to people, interacting with you guys and helping you through this selection process. And I know that sometimes it's just 1 point off could change the picture for you. So if you haven't gotten selected this time around, please know that this is not a time to give up. This is a time to actually put more fire to your motivation and let it just shine through because you have what it takes. I've worked with a lot of you who had two opportunities, some from TUI, some from BA. I've met some people that actually turned down BA to go with TUI. I've met people that actually went on to turn down TUI and went with BA. So the point here is having opportunities like that and having options is such a blessing. And I do not want to take credit. I'm not taking credit for it because at the end of the day, your stories are generally what has taken you to this point. Your hard work are generally what has taken you to this point. Your ability to work hard and put some effort into it as what has taken you to this point. What I do in this place or what we do on this channel is just bring out the important things, the things that would help you showcase those competencies and how to maybe prepare, maybe resources and things that you may not think about, right? When you are preparing for these interviews, that is where I come in. So if you're somebody who is maybe struggling to figure out this thing, I would say reach out. I will try to, respond. I have so many resources below. Use those resources because at the end of the day, the goal is to get you to where you want to be. And sometimes it may be on your first trial, but sometimes it may be on your second or your third. Because hey, we all learn at different phases or different paces. And that means that there are times when you will learn some things, and you may not really get it up until you try it over again, because now you've experienced it. You've gone through that interview process. You've now done a few things under your belt, some experiences going through the selection process. You now have it under your belt, and it's giving you that ability to, you know what, this is the thing that I was missing the last time. Let me come back and fix that. And that's generally what it takes. So I just want to congratulate you all that have gotten selected. I also want to encourage those who have not been selected. Understand that the goal is not to get demotivated here. The goal is to be encouraged and be fired up. Because if you especially got to the final stage, then that means that you have what it takes. You have what it takes. Maybe your nerves got to you on the final stage, maybe some mistakes here and there, but we need to polish that up and try again. That is the mindset you need to have with these programs. You can never be defeated, all right? You can never be defeated, because once you're defeated, then that means maybe aviation is not for you, right? If that is the case, sure, I understand. But if you believe aviation is for you and you're really fired up by aviation, then this shouldn't be where you drop out. You want to come back more prepared, better prepared, and show that you have what it takes. So here are some things that I'm thinking of doing with this channel as we go forward. A lot of times I've seen that there are some interviews that will actually test your theoretical knowledge about aviation. And I think maybe it's time to start putting out some topics like that. Now, I do not want to become a theoretical aviation channel where we talk about lift and drag and the aerodynamics of flight and things like that. I really don't want to be that, because there are tons of channels out there that already do that. But I want to tailor it to maybe an interview style approach where they are not necessarily testing you to understand the concept, especially for cadet programs. We want to see that you have the knowledge of it, if that makes sense. They're not testing you to have a CFI level understanding, if that makes sense. But they want to test that you have a basic level knowledge of that subject. And maybe that's where I need to focus more now as we proceed, because there are some interviews out there where they are testing these things, and I think it might be good to talk about them. If you do not know, I have my certified flight instructor license, both CFI1, CFII, and of course my MEI, right? And I have a gold seal on it. And if you don't know what that means, it's just an FAA thing. So I want to encourage you all that, hey, there's still a lot to do with this channel. There's still a lot of things in the plans, and I need just, again, time. If I'm working, it's not easy to do this. But the only thing that would encourage me is through your subscription, through your likes, through your comments. Those things does help to encourage me to come back and make better videos and hopefully put better things out there for you to learn from. If you have subscribed to this channel, I want to say thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to see you in a future video, and of course, stay safe and stay blessed.